Hi, welcome to Trading with TK, teaching you to turn ideas into money. We're at www.tradingwithtk.com, and today is Tuesday, October 7th. I'm going to have a little Bill O'Reilly talking point for a moment, okay? Everyone knows that the Fed is going to lower rates. So why they're playing games and why they just don't do it is not a good sign for the market. Now, it may not solve the problem, but it'll certainly send a psychological message to the market that maybe the Fed is on top of this, okay? Now, I've been in the business 40 years, 30 of which on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange as a specialist. I've seen Fed chairmen come and go. I've seen all kinds of calamities. I've been through all kinds of markets, and I've watched all these other Fed chairmen, how they've dealt with it. And I'm here to tell you that this guy Bernanke is so far behind the curve on everything he does, it's just mind-boggling to me. You know, he's an expert supposedly on the Great Depression. He knows everything there is to know about the Great Depression. Well, somebody forgot to tell him that he's supposed to lead us away from the Depression, not into it. He's like the guy in a football field who finally gets the football and runs in the wrong direction and scores a touchdown for the other team. He better get on his game because he is so far behind the curve. This is not the first time you've heard me say negative things about this guy. Every time another issue comes up, he's asleep. Anyway, let's get to the markets. Okay, we came in this morning. My indicator was overbought. We're walking out tonight after a 500-point sell-off. My indicator is oversold. So somewhere along the line, that indicator's got to come back up and get overbought. Is it going to be in the morning? Is it going to be in the afternoon? Does it have to stay oversold for a few hours more? I don't know. I just know it's oversold, and that we're going to have to get some sort of a rally to get it back up to an overbought condition. And that's what it does. It just gets overbought and oversold. That's its job. And right now it's oversold. None of the charts have changed. We've had minor new lows from yesterday's lows. The picture is still scary looking. There's no sign of a bottom. We'll take a look at all the indexes in our final segment. But I have another idea for you tomorrow. Now let me say this. It's getting harder and harder to find decent shorts because most of these stocks have been murdered and they're down so much, there's just no way I would recommend a short sale on some of these issues. Even though they may even go low, they're just down so much. The risk-reward just doesn't look right. So it is getting more and more difficult to find shorts that have any juice left in them, so to speak. And certainly there's not one bullish chart yet that I would even recommend to get long yet. I see one maybe, but we'll have to wait a few more days. But you know, I look at hundreds and hundreds of stocks, and to only find one chart that's a maybe is it'll change, and when it does, we'll be ready for it. Okay, what else happened today? I had a trade busted on me by my broker. I thought I was short this AutoNation, and an hour and a half later I get a message from him telling me that they busted the trade because it's on the short list. Actually, it never showed up in my position anyway. I was wondering. I got a confirmation on the trade, but it never showed up in my position. So I kind of thought there was something not right about the trade right from the beginning. So when I got the message, I actually wasn't surprised. Annoyed, but not surprised. Okay. We covered Martha Stewart. We rang the register. We took 21% out of it. Nice day's work. New idea for tomorrow, HGR. So in just a moment we'll take a look at the chart and I'll show you exactly how we're going to take this idea and turn it into some money. So don't go away. I'll be right back. Okay, we're looking at a daily bar chart of HGR. Now I don't have the symbol up there. That's an oversight on my part. So I'll repeat it again. It's HGR. Hanger Orthopedic Group. Anyway, this is a call on the short side. We'll be looking to sell it short right around $17. That's about where it closed. Now it's had its little kickback. My target on the downside is right down here at $10 a share. My buy stop is a close above 19, which is this level right here. A close right above that would change the look. I definitely don't foresee that happening at all. Okay, what do I see? Well, typical descending triangle. Started there, and this was the first support it broke. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised if this actually kicked back up into the 18 area. If it did, it's an opportunity to sell it. But the market is so weak, I don't think that's in the cards, to be honest with you. Anywhere around last night's close is probably a great spot to sell it short. And you can see how it's just rolling over. Once it breaks that first support, it's just backing and filling here, and I can see it working its way down to our target. Now there are options in it, so I'm 99.999% sure that this is not on the no short list. This is a health company. Okay, so that's my idea for tomorrow. I can't show you the stock we sold that I wanted to sell short, AN, because we weren't allowed to. Another government agency holding us back from making a few bucks. So let's go right to the indexes. There's really not a whole lot different to talk about than from yesterday. We made another lower low. For those of you who thought maybe yesterday's low was the low, but we just don't know. They're sort of in a free fall. All we know is where resistance is, and resistance is right here. Starts there, and it goes there. This is the Dow we're talking about. Transportation average down 203 points, very extended. This is our resistance right here, so keep that in mind. Support, I won't even talk about support because there is none right now. There's nothing underneath this. And anything that's underneath this is so far back, so long ago, it basically has really no really technical merit to it. Russell 2000, another lower low, closed right on the low of the day. This is our major resistance right up in here. Now remember, these moves are so dramatic that if for some reason we were to get a rally, there's a foreseeable that it could be a huge rally in 1 or 2 days, but it's going to bump its head against this resistance. SPY, another lower low. This is our resistance. It starts here and goes as high as that. QQQQs, another new closing low, not by much, but it's there. And first resistance is that high right there. And then those highs right there. So if we were to get through that, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get through that. Not on the first try. If there is a rally. So nothing really new in the indexes to tell you about. We're just getting out of the way of them basically. Okay, so that's my view of the market. Until tomorrow, this is TK signing off.